And then there's the question about the Broncos, right? Is that they finally got draft capital back, and clearly all conventional thought involving them is off the board. I mean, they've taken the largest dead cap hit in the history of caps and dead caps. And so that does actually defray what one would think is an advantage of having a rookie contract for your quarterback over the next couple of years. But it is also something that just, it's a $30 million hit next year. There's all I'm saying is that the dead cap doesn't really foreclose the idea that they'll draft a rookie. The only question is stick and stay for Nix or Penix, or roll the dice and really use some capital to move up. What are you hearing about Denver's thought process a month away from the draft, Albert?
Well, we're all prisoners of our history to some degree, Rich, right? Like, we're all kind of products of what we've been through. And I wouldn't ignore what happened with Sean Payton in 2017. He loved Patrick Mahomes. That's not revisionist history. He really, really loved Patrick Mahomes. And they stuck at 11 thinking that he'd probably be there. Now, the Saints had an awesome draft that year, right? No question about it. Marshawn Lattimore was the 11th pick. Guy winds up becoming an all-pro. Ryan Ramczyk later in the first round. Marcus Williams, Alvin Kamara, Trey Hendrickson. Just an off-the-charts draft class that set them up to contend for 3 or 4 years thereafter. But if you don't think that hasn't stuck in Sean Payton's mind, how he got jumped by Andy Reid in that draft, right? And how they were sitting there one pick away from getting Patrick Mahomes, and how Andy Reid goes from 27-10 to get in front of him and take Mahomes and set the Chiefs up for the next 15 years. And what might have been, if there had been a handoff from Brees to Mahomes, well, I probably can't help you. If you can't wrap your head around how that would affect somebody, So, I mean, I don't know if Sean's in love with one of these guys, but if he is, I would think that history will mark how he handles this year's draft. In other words, don't take any chances. If there's a guy that you think is that guy that you have a chance to go and get, you do everything you can to go and get him. And I think that sort of puts them in a similar position to the Patriots, where I said, if there's somebody that you love, you go get them and you figure out the rest later. If not, then I think they've got enough holes in their roster now. And you look at the guys they've offloaded the last year and a half or so: Bradley Chubb, Jerry Jeudy, Justin Simmons. Some of those core pieces are gone now. Josie Jewell, who'd been a really good linebacker for them for a few years. You look at some of the guys they've offloaded, and they really are in a rebuilding position. But again, if that quarterback that Sean really loves is there, I wouldn't rule out the idea of him going and getting aggressive to go and get him because of his experience in 2017.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.